I think I was in fourth grade when I received a comic book, and one of its content was the story of Zacchaeus. And I remember um, laughing quite a bit while reading it. I guess I was quite a bully during the time, but I was thinking this man was so short that he had to climb a tree just to be able to be noticed by Jesus amongst the crowds. Um, he probably looked silly. People were probably laughing and teasing him. Oh, Zacchaeus, you're so short. You have to climb a tree. But reading it right now, reading the story, gives more meaning to me because I realized that Zacchaeus, being a tax collector, was one of the rich ones uh, during the Israelites' time, during Jesus's time. You see, um, the Romans, when they collect taxes from the people, they just get a certain quota. And if you reach beyond that quota, everything beyond that, the tax collector gets for himself. And it doesn't matter because the people will have to pay. Because if they don't pay, then the Romans will come into the picture. And so that's why people hated tax collectors. But you see, that's why probably what Zacchaeus did was even more sillier for those people who knew him and hated him. Probably pride and his riches was all that Zacchaeus had. You see, uh, people hated him, but the back of his mind, he could say, well, I'm of a high stature, so what? You can hate me all you want, but I'm living comfortably in a life of luxury. But you see, even that, Zacchaeus gave up just so that he can make amends with God, just so that he can connect with Jesus. Not only did he give up his pride by climbing on the tree and looking silly, he also gave up half of his riches to make amends for the wrong things that he did. For someone who has realized that the greatest treasure that we can ever have is Jesus, he was willing to let go of his pride, of his riches. And his life was fulfilled. His life had meaning. We read that uh, after that episode, Jesus dined with him. A lot of people are depressed. I keep saying that, and they're finding meaning in their life they couldn't find. And the reason is because they do not recognize the treasure that is in front of them. Zacchaeus recognized this. He was willing to look silly. He was willing to give what he had because he knew that what he would receive is greater. If you have riches, if you're popular, of high standing, and yet find emptiness, maybe you should look at Zacchaeus, who was willing to let go to gain what was really worthy to be gained. What in your life is stopping you from being a Zacchaeus? Maybe it's high time that you climb a tree and look silly for God.